Welcome to Birmingham Groves High School. I'm Brad Fetters for BACB Sports, getting you ready for an home Maples and the Groves Falcons. Andy, a unique situation this afternoon. Seaholm obviously does not have a home diamond. They are going to be hosting game one of this doubleheader.
Yeah, this is a little unique. Groves got their construction done a little early, so the game's being played here. And just like that, we're ready to play.
Sage Allen getting the start on the mound. Going to miss there by Hope. J.C. Roy instead. She'll be leading things off for the Groves Falcons. Left fielder, freshman, takes a strike on the inner half of the plate, quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Hey, Brad, this is the first chance we've had to see this field. It's just a beautiful looking facility. Now they're completing a lot of their upgrades at both schools, but here we are. Looks good out there.
Good take there by Roy. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on the left fielder. Roy swings on, slams one to the third baseman. Through the glove there of Voigt. We'll call it an infield single for Roy. She starts the game off with a hit. And it'll bring up Kennedy Quinn, the second baseman.
Well, hot shot down the left field line, just down the third base line, rather. She got her glove on it, just dribbled away, and they were not able to make the play at first.
Roy Quinn, Lesevich, Blank, Hammers, Erickson, Lockwood, Weber, Heller. The starting lineup this afternoon for the Falcons. Quick snap throw down to first.
Ooh.
Roy back in with a head first slide. Just barely got back. Awesome facility here at Birmingham Groves. This infield is a artificial surface but will play like real dirt as Quinn lofts one down the third base line and foul.
Only one umpire.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an early start. Not sure if we're going to see a second umpire join in. Quinn takes a pitch on the inner black. Throw goes into right field. Roy going to take off for second. The throw got cut off. I don't know, that would have been a close play perhaps at second base if the ball didn't get cut off. So Roy scampers down to second base on the throw down to first by the catcher Blank. The catcher Getz, rather. Getz behind the plate for Seaholm. Sage Allen getting the start, as I mentioned, in the circle. McLean down at first. Weber at second. Hughes and Voigt the left side of the infield.
Oh. Must have thought she was closer to that fence than she was. She had plenty of room. She kind of held up before she got over to the fence line. The ball dropped right in front of her.
Lola Weber, Rebecca Hagel, and Gigi Hill, the outfield defense this afternoon for the Maples. Fastball in the outer half of the plate, lifted to shallow center. Hagel battling the breeze and the sun to make the catch. So the fans in the stands are saying the runner might have taken off a little bit too soon from second base. Well, the pitcher
called her out.
Wow.
Number 7, Sydney Lesevich.
So Roy leaving second base too soon. No argument from head softball coach Brian Baldridge, and he'll bring up Sydney Lesevich. Takes a strike right down the middle of the plate. So quickly now, 2 outs here for the Falcons.
Yeah, no argument from Coach Bill Sherman either. He thought that was a wonderful call.
Into the windup, cut. Fouled straight back into the protective netting behind home plate.
This does make me wonder if these windows are reinforced.
Well, it's going to have to somehow get over that protective netting and kind of come down on like a 45 to get back at us. I'm not too worried, Andy.
No, good. Well, you're a brave sort. I do know that my car, the way they've got these nets constructed, just in a pretty safe spot. I went way out, way out. So I don't have another rear window blown out like I did a few years ago.
And pitch misses inside, runs the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sydney Lesevich, the shortstop. Lesevich, a junior. Slaps one up the middle, fielded there by Sage Allen. Quickly over to Leah McLean for the final out of the inning. Roy led things off with a single. Falcons, 1 hit, no runs. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning scoreless.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Welcome back. Seaholm coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's quickly meet the Maples starting lineup. Batting first, Hope Hughes. Batting second, Emma Weber. Batting third, the third baseman, Christina Voigt. Cleaning up will be the left fielder, Lola Weber. Batting fifth will be the right fielder, Gigi Hill. Batting sixth will be the designated player, Abby Pinch. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Rebecca Hagel. The eighth place batter will be the first baseman, Leah McLean. And batting ninth, the catcher, Madeline Getz. Reina Mahadevan getting the start in the circle for the Falcons. Ella Blank will be her catcher. Paige Hammers will be down at third. Sydney Lesevich will patrol shortstop. Candy Quinn will play second, as there's a shot to straightaway right field. Alexis Heller there, a couple steps in to make the catch.
Number 10, Emma Weber.
Aiden Weber will play first base. We already met the right fielder, Alexis Heller. Aiden Lockwood will patrol center field, and J.C. Roy will be in left for the Falcons. That pitch misses. Nope, they're going to say it caught the outer half of the plate. That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Emma Weber, the second baseman. Christina Voigt waits in the on-deck circle, third baseman. Weber swings through and misses. Emma Weber carries a .423 average into play this afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on the second baseman. Hot shot to the shortstop. Lesevich quickly across the diamond, 2 up, 2 down for the Maples offensively.
And number 13, Christina Voigt.
So a hard hit ball, but nothing to show for it there for Emma Weber. We'll bring up Christina Voigt, the third baseman. Voigt, one of the leading batting averages on the team. Couple assists there for the shortstop Lesevich as the Maples go down in order. We cruise along to the second inning next here on BACB Sports.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Number 11, Ella Blank.
It'll be the cleanup hitter, the catcher, Ella Blank, to lead things off for the Falcons. Takes a strike call. Lifts one to shallow center, just over top of second base. Good running snag there by Hope Hughes.
Yeah, Hope Hughes covered some ground over there. She made a nice move to her left. Ball had a little English on it, too.
Crystal clear skies, temperatures in the low 70s. Wind blowing out to left center field. Paige Hammers, the third baseman. We've called enough of these softball games, and we've made this comment before. But if you want to be in the middle of a lineup, it's a terrific name to have, Hammers.
We love highlighting names.
Lifts one to Hughes at shortstop. Back-to-back putouts for the shortstop Hughes.
Well, we're cooking along pretty good here, Brad, which you'd like to see the front end of a doubleheader. It's going to be a long one.
Well, we do have lights at this beautiful new stadium here, so if the second game were to go a little late, we can turn the lights on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think we're going to need them.
I say more night games. We should play more games under the lights.
Yeah. Well, they are playing this Friday, right? Memorial?
The boys are, yep, in Royal Oak. Cool opportunity for them to play at a Summer League stadium. Jillian Erickson at the plate now. The sophomore's a designated player. Ooh, takes a strike call on the outer half of the plate. Pitcher's pitch there.
At Memorial Park, the site of the Ernie Harwell interview I did once upon a time.
Allen quickly back up onto the rubber. Glares in at her catcher, Madeline Getz. Up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Deuce is wild here in the top half of the second inning. This one will get over top of everything. So Erickson staying alive here. Lockwood is on deck. She's hoping to come to bat here in the top of the second inning. No score, just underway. Brad Fetters alongside Andy Aubrey for BACB Sports. So glad you decided to tune us in. Erickson works the count to full. Sage Allen making her 12th appearance, 7th start of the season. There's a shot to the left center gap. It's going to make its way all the way to the wall. Jillian Erickson will cruise into second base with a double.
She gave this a ride. Big time poke out to the left center. Up the gap all the way to the wall. And we have our second umpire has appeared on the scene.
Second hit of the game for the Falcons off of Allen. We mentioned 12th appearance, comes in with a record of 4-3. It's going to be a tough play. Hughes going back. The shallow outfield grass to make the play. Hope Hughes making all 3 putouts in the inning. The Falcons threaten but do not score. Heading to the bottom of the second inning, scoreless.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
It'll be 4-5-6 for the Maples batting here in the second inning. Weber, Hill, and Pinch. Well, Weber to lead things off, the left fielder. Up and out, the call by the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes, a count on Weber. Weber, the power source in this Maple lineup. A couple dingers on the season and 14 RBI. Takes a look at a strike on the inner half of the plate. Kind of to the far left side of that batter's box. She's going to have a hard time getting some of those outside pitches. Just like that one.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Her stance, she's got her heels almost to the back of the batter's box. She's moved a little
bit better now, yeah. I wonder, without having dirt, you can't really dig into this batter's box.
No, you can't. You're digging up a lot of shredded tires is what you're doing. Getting them in your shoes.
I wonder if that could potentially be an issue at play for some of the batters, that where you're not getting a clean stance every time you dig into the box at, in terms of where you are at all times.
Well, I'm thinking of the fields that are artificial turf in the majors, say like Toronto. They still use real dirt around the bases and at home plate, right?
So Weber flies out to Heller in right. It'll bring up Gigi Hill, open stance, slashes one to center. That's going to be a tough play for Lockwood out there. It gets past her. The left fielder, Roy, quickly gets it into the infield, but it'll be a double for Hill.
The DP, number 15, Abby.
That's kind of a tough play there for Lockwood. She hesitated to make any sort of diving effort in fear of that ball getting past her. Nice job by Roy backing her up. So the first hit of the ball game for the Maples, first threat of the game now with a runner in scoring position and the designator player pinch at bat. Fly out to Lockwood. The runner does not tag. So the second out of the inning, both coming via flyouts.
Rebecca Hagel.
There's no pitch clock here, is there?
No.
It seems like there is, though. This thing is just whipping along.
Hagel looks down at her head coach, Bill Sherman, gets into the box now. Close stance at the plate, swinging at the first pitch. Singles into center. Throw is cut off by the first baseman. So a single there for Hagel. Sherman holds up Hill at third. So it'll be runners now at the corners for Leah McLean.
Yeah, I would have thought Bill sent her. I mean, he could have gone either way. He decided to play it a little safe. He didn't want to run himself out of an inning. There's 2 outs already.
Strike on the outer part of the plate, and there's a stolen base attempt, and Blank cuts her down. Hagel caught stealing for the third out of the inning. Maples leave one in scoring position. We head to the top of the third. 0-0 our score.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Number 20.
Sage Allen back in the circle. Start of the third inning of play. Aiden Weber, the first baseman, to lead things off here for the Falcons. And she lifts one to shallow right field. It's going to take a funny bounce down that right field line. Weber going to hold at first. Leadoff single for Weber.
Well, this one just sort of bled down the right field line and just barely stayed fair and then bounced over into foul territory. It was probably a wise move holding on first, though. And we have a Tom Flynn sighting at the game.
Always nice of Tom to stop by. He's got the expensive seats down there, first row.
He's in the front row, absolutely. Well, if he can't get a front row seat, there's no hope for any of us.
Heller. And Voigt will let that bounce foul. Lots of English on that foul ball. Alexis Heller, the right fielder. 1-1 count on her. It's an extremely young Groves lineup. Just 3 seniors. She squares around a bunt, comes up empty. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Heller. We got J.C. Roy batting leadoff as a freshman. Jillian Erickson, the designated player, is a sophomore. And a swing and a miss, first strikeout of the game for Sage
Number 6,
Allen.
J.C. Roy.
It's Allen's 42nd strikeout of the season to go along with 31 walks. Has 47 runs against her, just 30 earned. We'll turn the lineup over to the top now for J.C. Roy. Takes a called strike. Roy singled back in the first inning to lead off this game. She does something a little interesting there with her front foot. Kind of points it back towards the catcher. And then when she steps towards the pitcher, it kind of points towards the third base side just a little bit. I wonder if she kind of turns that front foot in just for timing purposes.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot moving there. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if we're able to get that shot, but she does. She has her heel facing the pitcher's mound.
Roy swings through that. Allen starting to find her groove now in the circle. Allen right in the center of the rubber. Comes home with it. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Number 1.
Well, this pitch was high and away. She kind of went fishing for it, but you mentioned, Brad, a little bit of a groove starting to develop there on the mound.
And will leave things up to one of those 3 seniors in the lineup. Kennedy Quinn flew out to the center fielder Hagel back in the first inning. Takes a look at a pitch on the inside part of the plate for a called strike.
Kennedy with the bejeweled shoes going on there.
Now those are high tops. Runner takes off. Deeks for second. No throw. Look good, play good, right?
I think that's what they say, yeah. Those are glittery.
Allen into her windup. The pitch slash down the right field line. We'll see if McLean's got room. No, she bangs into the fence along her visitor's dugout. Ball falls to the ground. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Quinn. Corner infielders, Voigt and McLean a couple steps in. Middle of the infield defense playing straight up. Allen comes home with the pitch. Cut on. It's going to be another tough play for Hope Hughes at shortstop. She has been busy, but her fielding percentage is 1,000.
Yes, clash of the Titans.
McLean gets Hughes.
Bottom of the third coming up next right here on BACB Sports.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Leah McLean.
Leah McLean, the first baseman, to lead things off. Seaholm comes into game 1 of this doubleheader with a 11-7 record. Groves right there with them at 12-6. Mahadevin outer black for a called strike. She looks down at her wrist guard, gets the pitch call, comes home with it. Slow change up at the top of the strike zone. Gonna have to hustle. Lezovic had a tough time fielding that grounder.
Number 2, Ned.
Well, it was in time. It just she wasn't able to hold on to it. So Seaholm gets the leadoff runner on.
How do you want to score that, Andy? Reach on error or an infield single?
I'm afraid you got to give a first baseman an error on that, don't you?
All right, we'll say error. Official score up here in the press box says error. We'll agree. Gets the catcher at the plate. Takes a step out of the batter's box, looks down at her head coach. Now Getz, she really crowds home plate. Toes.
Whoa! Uh-oh.
Touching the chalk line there in that right-hand batter's box. Playing in with very awkward head-first slide.
Yeah, she got twisted her ankle a little bit going back to first, and she went down, but just like that, with the ball getting away from the catcher, she now finds herself on second base here.
Oh, the wild pitch advances McLean down to second. Runner in scoring position now. Madeline Getz, who lifts one right in the middle of the diamond. Sydney Lezovic, the center, or the shortstop rather, calling for it. And 1 out now. And back to the top of the order, Hope Hughes. Flew out to shallow right field last time. High chop to the third baseman, Hammers. They'll go back across the diamond. So So fielder's choice scored 5-3 on the putout. Fielder's choice does advance Leah McLean down to third. Emma Weber takes a look at a pitch right down Broadway.
Right down Cranbrook.
There you go, it's better. Weber, 423, average 22 hits on the season, 10 singles, 5 doubles, 6 triples, and a home run. She has also driven in a team-high 21 RBI. Fouled away down the first baseline, quickly down 0-2. I get the sense it's a big opportunity here for the Maples with 2 outs. It's a pitch up and in. That's a good Maple lineup with 2 outs. 37 RBI with 2 outs on the season. There's a blast down the third baseline, but foul. Mahadevin trying to work her way around some trouble. Looks at her bench, gets the play call, looks down at the sheet on her arm, operating from the third base side of the rubber, comes home, misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count on Emma Weber. Goes outside and gets Weber fishing. Maples leave a runner at third. We are through 3. No score.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
3-4-5 coming to bat for the Falcons. Sydney Lesevich grounded out back to the pitcher Sage Allen in her lone trip to the plate. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. She went. No balls, 2 strikes to count now on the shortstop.
Tipped it into the catcher's glove. She went a little outside on that one.
Allen comes home and gets Levovich looking.
Number 11, Ella Blank.
Third strikeout of the game for Sage Allen. Will bring up the cleanup hitter, Ella Blank. Strikeouts of 3 of the last 4 batters now for Sage Allen. Pitch misses up and in to Ella Blank, the catcher. Couple practice swings for Ella Blank. Top of the strike zone, strike call at the letters.
A little bit of a generous call there. I would have thought that to be up and away, but it's a big strike zone.
Allen comes home, same spot. This time it's a ball.
She got a ball called, yeah.
Maybe the home plate umpire heard you, Andy.
Well, I hope so.
Keep them in line.
Keep
them in
honest.
check, right?
We don't pick sides, but I just want fairness.
This pitch misses up and away. Page hammers the third baseman. Waits on deck. Mentioned this is game 1 of a doubleheader. Lone matchup this season between our 2 rival schools in the regular season. As we know, come district time, that potential always looms. Full count. Blank waits on Allen. Allen climbs up top the rubber. Here comes the payoff pitch. Slung on and blasted straight away center field. Hagel makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Number 13, Paige Hammers.
Something's going to have to give offensively eventually, right?
We've come close, but nothing yet. No runners have made it past home plate. Got as far as third. That's been it.
Ooh, good pitcher's pitch. Catches the inner black. Corner infielders play even with the bag. Middle infielders straight up, as is the outfield defense. Popped up. Shallow right field. Second baseman Emma Weber, battling the sun, backpedals to make the catch. A 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom half of the 4th. Maples coming to bat. 0-0.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Pitchers duel here in Beverly Hills. 0-0 our score. Bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the meat of this Maple lineup coming to bat. 3, 4, 5. Voigt, Weber, Hill. Looking for our first run of this game. Maples have been held to just 2 hits. The Falcons, 3 hits. Both teams have threatened throughout, but both defensive have come up with some clutch plays.
Ooh, took something off of that one.
Voigt coming up empty there on that off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count on the third baseman. Now we're going to have a conference in the circle.
Not sure what
Baldridge
this
is going to come out. Home plate umpire explaining something perhaps about coming to a stop. Something Mahadivan was doing in her windup.
wasn't a Max Scherzer situation, was it?
With sticky stuff?
The
no.
sticky stuff? You know, suntan lotion and rosin.
And sweat,
Yeah,
according
right.
to Mad Max.
Sure. Whatever you say, Max.
The ball, 2 strikes to count now on. Hot shot down the third baseline. Foul. Mahadivan, just 1 strikeout. Has pitched to contact, but as I mentioned, has only given up the 2 hits. A Gigi Hill double and a Rebecca Hagel single. Hagel was cut down at second, attempting to steal, and we got a baseball coming out onto the softball diamond. Must have been a foul ball from the baseball field. Hello Blank, the catcher, spotting it right away. Those catchers, they see everything, don't they?
They do. They're the brains of the outfit.
Waits on it. Hot shot to Hammers. Oh, look out. High throw. And she had plenty of time. So Voigt reaches on the air. Now it's going to go all the way to third. Falcons struggling to get that ball in. Oh, boy.
I don't know what happened. It just disappeared down there on the overthrow. There's no way she should have ended up on third base. But this first serious scoring opportunity of this game now. Nobody down, leadoff on third. And that's how you score runs. So we'll see if Seaholm can take advantage of that error.
That was a chest-high bounce for Hammers. He had plenty of time, and she airmailed the throw over to Aiden Weber. And then the Falcons really struggling to get that ball back in. Our vantage point behind home plate. We're not really, it's kind of a tough ask for us to see down that fence line.
Yeah, you can't really see much past the on-deck circle.
Pitch up and in, and popped up to Kennedy Quinn at second base. One out.
Well, that's what they needed, a nice easy out there. And see if they can't strand that runner on third, but Seaholm's got still a tremendous opportunity here to break this scoreless deadlock.
Brings up Gigi Hill, who has one of the 2 Maple hits in this ball game. It was a double.
Oh,
back in the second. Boy, oh boy, that strike zone has gotten a little wide.
Very wide. Don't take too many pitches, ladies. You take them at your own peril.
Mahadevin comes inside this time. This is going to be a clean single into right, and it'll be our first run of the game. RBI single off the bat of Gigi Hill.
Wow, this is a nice piece of hitting. She doesn't try and do too much with it. She just kind of went with a pitch and plunked it into the right field gap there. A little bit of a over second base thing. It's all it needed. And the first run is through. We have a 1-0 lead for Seaholm now.
It'll be an unearned run.
Mm-hmm.
Abby pinch. Strike on the inner corner. Pinch, a flyout victim back in the second. Outfield defense plays pinch fairly deep. Off-speed pitch. Good one. Quickly 0-2. Becca Hagel waits in the on-deck circle. Can't say enough about this beautiful facility. And pinch flies out to the right fielder, and then they're going to double up the runner, Gigi Hill, running on contact. Double play. But the Maples push across the first run and lead it now after 4 innings, 1-0.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
So defensive substitution for the Maples here in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Hankey taking over for Voigt at third base. And of course, the shot comes down right to her. And it'll be a leadoff single for Jillian Erickson.
Well, this is kind of a seeing eye bouncer that went past not 1 but 2 Seaholm defenders, and Groves has their leadoff on.
Sophia Hankey inserted in at defense at third base and immediately has to try to make a play on that ball. And a bunt attempt now for Aiden Lockwood, the center fielder, unable to get it down. Foul ball. No balls, 1 strikes the count on Lockwood. So Coach Baldridge deciding to play a little small ball.
Well, the way this game is progressing with runs being at such a premium, you can't say that's a bad strategy. He just wants to tie this one up right now.
Ball bounces in. A little stumble down at first base for Erickson. Lockwood looks down at her play sheet, taps her batter's helmet. Slightly open stance for Lockwood. Swinging away. This one into shallow left center field. Oh, what a gliding catch by Lola Weber. Quickly gets it over to first. But Erickson back in time. Nice running play out in left field for Lola Weber.
Yeah, Brad, absolutely. She moves at the crack of the bat, and she just ate up ground out there and made a really nice running catch. They were very close to doubling up that runner at first, too. She got the ball in very quickly, so nice play.
Called strike on Aiden Weber. Got 2 Webers in the Seaholm lineup, 1 in the Groves starting lineup. Aiden Weber, the junior for the Falcons, Emma and Lola Weber. Aiden Weber quickly in an 0-2 hole. Comes home with it, up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Maples in front 1-0. They have 1 run on 3 hits. Falcons, no runs on 4 hits. And this time, Leah McLean, plenty of real estate to make the out. 2nd out of the inning, and it's going to leave things up now to the 9th place batter, Alexis Heller.
And those foul pop-ups are no given. There's usually a little bit of spin involved, and she does a heck of a job engineering a way around the first base coach and making the play.
Heller take a look at a pitch up. Heller a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. 1 of 3 Sage Allen strikeouts in the ball game. Ooh, good pitch. Catches the outer corner. Not much a left-handed batter can do with that pitch besides just roll it over to the left side of the infield. On the hands, jam job, tough play. McLean able to make it. We head to the home half of the 5th inning with the Maples in front, 1-0.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
It'll be the bottom 3rd of the batting order for the Maples here in the 5th. They lead 1-0, looking for some insurance runs.
Yeah, this game is still clicking along very quickly. See home with the lone run so far and looking to add.
Rebecca Hagel singled, was caught stealing. Oh, hot shot right up the middle. Going to be a tough play at first, but they're able to get her. Kennedy Quinn shovels the ball quickly over to Aiden Weber at first. That put out will go 1, 4, 3.
Yep, that's right.
In case you're keeping score at home.
And some people are. And you are now. And there's a base hit.
That's a clean single into center field for Leah McLean. And it'll bring up a pinch hitter now. Reagan Johnson taking the spot of Madeline Getz here.
Now batting, number 7, Ray Johnson.
They call her Ray Ray. That single by McLean, the 4th of the ball game for the Maples. Quite the vantage point here in this press box. Ray lofts one. Oh boy, Heller overran it. Ray right into second base. Right on the tail of McLean. McLean kind of went back to first, anticipating Heller making that catch.
Yeah, and suddenly they were bunched up on one another. She didn't want to pass her. Obviously, she would have been out, but they are now 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And an outstanding opportunity to put a little distance between themselves and the Falcons now.
Now all of a sudden it's defensive miscues by the Falcons that are starting to pile up. Their 3rd error of the ball game. Swung on and missed. Ball gets past the catcher. 1 run scores. And Johnson will scamper back to 3rd. They hold the tag on her. What's the call? Umpire, he's going to say safe.
Must have dropped it. It didn't look like it, but our vision was obscured from seeing it. It looks like he said the ball might have hit the ground. So Seaholm with the 2nd run of the game now, and all that stems from that misplay in right field. And it's this very bright sky, and the sun may have been a factor there.
They'll look the runner back. No, they won't. Now they're going to come home with it. No one looked. Johnson back to third. They get the out at first.
Now batting the second baseman.
Well, she did glance over there before she made the throw, but didn't deter any advancement by that runner towards home plate, and that was a wise move.
There's a high, deep fly all the way up against the left field wall. Falcons will watch as Emma Weber cruises into second with a very long double.
She got a good piece of that ball. That thing just kept carrying all the way to the wall. In fact, it was hit so hard that it came bouncing back. They were able to get the ball in relatively quickly after that. She gave it a good ride.
So Sophia Hankey was inserted into the lineup, replaced Christina Voigt at third base. Her first plate appearance of this ball game. 2 runs in here in this 5th inning. Nice play going down to a knee. Kennedy Quinn. Best defensive play we have seen all afternoon, but the damage is done. 2 runs on 2 hits. The big play, an error by the right fielder, Alexis Heller. 5 innings in the books with the Maples in front 3-0.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Falcon offense looking for some instant offense. JC Roy to lead things off. Groves trails now 3-0. Roy 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Two balls, no strikes to count on the left fielder. Roy Queen Lezevich in the 6th inning. Fouled straight back towards our BACB Sports microphone.
Don't hit that. These things cost money.
Three singles and a double offensively for the Falcons. Left 3 runners on base. Two-two pitch, swung on. Oh, what a play! Sophia Hankey, that's why she was inserted down there at the hot corner.
Number 1, Kennedy.
And great reflexes. I mean, this thing came on her fast, and she made a heck of a catch. Really nicely done down there.
That's why a lot of those infielders wear the cages to protect themselves from those hot shots.
And that's why they used to stick me in the outfield.
Yeah,
Because
your reflexes were
I was
lacking.
not going to make that catch at all. Although I will admit, every now and then I wish I could get down there and play. I think I can do some damage against these girls.
I don't think you could touch one of these pitches.
Oh, go on. You don't know me. Maybe. Probably foul one off here and there.
I remember some major leaguers digging in against Jenny Finch, the legendary USA softball pitcher, and they couldn't touch it.
Yeah. Well, it's such a different delivery and everything about
Sure.
it. It's just not what they're used to seeing.
When they start throwing those screwballs, the curveballs, the risers, the drop pitches, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
next. Ball bounds off the top of the third base dugout.
It's like the favor was returned. That ball landed over in the JV field.
And these three diamonds fairly close to one another. Spacing has gotten a little bit better, I suppose.
You will not find a more active day out here. There's a team on every field. Tennis is full.
That ball bounces up. What a beautiful day for athletics in the city of Beverly Hills.
There was either soccer or lacrosse was on the football field, I believe, when I pulled in, and cheerleaders were doing their thing in the parking lot, and we got ball games on all these diamonds. Humming along.
Payoff pitch, followed straight back by Quinn. Quinn making that phenomenal play at second base to end the fifth inning. Went deep into the hole on her right side, went down to a knee, was able to get the throw off in plenty of time. Called Kennedy Quinn's name quite a bit over the years, senior season. Chokes up on that bat, dribbler down the third baseline. It's fair. Hankey shows off her arm this time, so she flashed the leather to get the first out. Now shows off her arm strength to get the second out of the inning.
Right. Yep, she's having a very nice half inning down there. She looks like she's settled in, and she's eager to scarf up anything that comes her way.
Leave things up to Sydney Lezovich. 0 for 2, grounded back to Sage Allen and struck out looking in the fourth. So shortstop Lezovich looking for her first hit of the ball game. Takes a look at his strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
And the quirk that Lezovich has going is that little bat twirl. I don't know if you've noticed that before she gets in there ready to take a pitch.
Fouls it straight back. Yep, right when she gets ready to, yep, there you go, right there.
It is.
And the little slam of home plate as well.
Yeah. And then that heel, that left heel. She's got a presence in that box. There it is.
She's really far up in the box as well.
I noticed that too.
And floats one to shallow right. Gigi Hill, a couple steps towards the line to make the catch. Falcon offense goes 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the sixth inning coming up with the Maples in front, 3-0.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
I have a pinch hitter here to start the bottom of the sixth inning. It'll be Mary Gumbus placing Lola Weber. It'll be Gumbus, Hill, and Pinch. Home half of the sixth inning. Maples with the lead, 3-0. Up and away, taken for ball 1.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. Sherman getting use out of his bench here this afternoon. I've seen 3 different subs come in. Gumbus fouls it away right at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Foul tip into the glove of Ella Bank. Gumbus a strikeout victim to start the 6th inning. Gigi Hill, a perfect 2 for 2, double and a single halfway to a cycle, Andy.
That's it. Oh,
Hill goes
she's
down.
not going to get it that way. She got a swing of pitches in the strike zone.
Tried to golf that one out.
But you know how it is, Brad. You get feeling good. You're 2 for 2. You feel like you can hit anything.
Everything starts looking like a beach ball. This could be our triple. Look out. Hill shopping in the right field gap. And she's going to put the speed burst on and cruise into third with the triple. So Gigi Hill now just a homer shy of the cycle.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Brad. It was what she needed. She got it. Boy, she took that thing and sent it deep all the way to the wall, and she motored. Just got some serious wheels, and she was cooking around those bases at high speed. And finds herself on third base now. Seaholm, another good scoring opportunity, only one out.
Pinch 0 for 2, fly out to center field and a fly out to right. This time she squares around to bunt. Little safety squeeze play. And here comes the runner from third. And now the throw, they're going to say the runner was safe at first.
Well, this couldn't have gone worse for Groves. This was just, they're throwing it all over the place.
So we'll score it as a sacrifice bunt. We'll also give Abby Pinch an RBI. How's that sound?
I think that's fair.
So 18.
Got it.
18 for 15. So pinch runner in.
He's now running number 18, Aaron Shekel.
So it'll be Shekel, the runner at second base now.
Now batting number 8, Rebecca Hagel.
Becca Hagel through the box. Clean single for Hagel. RBI as well.
The first baseman, number 12.
These
Leah
are some
McClay.
big add-on runs now for the Maples as they lead it 5-0. Klein asks for time. He's granted it. Yeah, another single into right center field. Back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, the Maples found their hitting groove. They're liking everything they see, and they're depositing it into the
catcher,
outfield.
number 2, Maddie Getz.
Gets reinserted back in the lineup. Ninth place batter, just 1 out, 2 runs in.
Ooh, she hit her. Ouch.
So hit by pitch will load the bases chock full of Maples.
One, yeah. Now running for the catcher, number 1, Adele Bush. Now batting, the shortstop,
Freshman
number 3,
Adele Bush at first base as a runner. So big opportunity now for Hope Hughes. With the bases loaded, Hughes swings on, base hit. Sherman got that right hand working as he's going to wave the runner home. 2 RBI single, and this game has officially been blown wide open.
Yeah, they finally they found the groove. The Maples did, and they have just it's been a parade of Maples around these base paths now, and they've hung a 7 spot on the Groves Falcons in their own building on their new field. How unkind, huh?
Yeah, not a very
hospitable guest. Although they are the home team.
4 runs in here in the 6th. Mercy rule is double digits, a 10-run lead after 5, so the potential is there if the Maples can scratch across 3 more runs, and the potential is there with runners now at second and first and just 1 out. Emma Weber at the plate, 1 for 3. Lone hit is a double. And she checked her swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball bounces in, and it'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count on the second sacker. Waits on it, delivers it into center field, and Coach Sherman watches that ball roll past the center fielder, Lockwood. 2 runs in. We'll call it a clean single for Weber, 2 RBI. And just like that, it is 9-0.
Third baseman, number 17.
Well, this game started out innocently enough. There was no scoring for those first 3 or 4 innings. Not even anything close, but this last play is a good example of how you want to get behind the ball. She tried to scoop it and went past the glove.
And a long fly to the right fielder. I don't know what the runner at third base was doing.
Should have tagged. Yeah.
So instead, it's just a fly out to the right fielder.
Number 20, Mary Gumbus.
Emma Weber took like 3 or 4 steps off third base and then retreated.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on. I think Coach Sherman's over there imparting a little wisdom to her.
So the Maples end up batting around here in the 6th. Mary Gumbus, who led things off with a strikeout, makes her second plate appearance of the inning. She slashes one, and she will beat it to first, and that will do it. An RBI infield single off the bat of Mary Gumbus. 10th run of the game, 7th run of the inning, and that's a Mercy Rule 10-0 shutout victory for the Maples in game number 1. Well, Andy, it was scoreless after 3.5 innings of play. Maples pushed a run across in the bottom of the 4th, added 2 more runs on in the 5th, but it was a big 7th run inning there in the 6th as things went a little haywire.
Yeah, doors fell off a little bit there. Groves was hanging in there. They were playing a nice game for a while there, but a couple miscues, and Seaholm really found the hitting groove. They put it where they ain't type of thing, and that was the difference in this one as they pulled away, won it going away, and mercied them 10-0.
10-0 our final score. The Maples over the Falcons. We'll take a break here on BACB Sports, but don't go anywhere. Coverage of Game 2 of the softball doubleheader will be coming up next right here on BACB Sports.